Let's go thrifting today, you guys. I am seriously in need of some new decor. I have a big running list of things that I've been searching for to fill up the space, and instead of buying things brand new, I thought it'd be fun to go to the thrift store and see what we can find. We're gonna go check out a couple of shops. I'm gonna take you around Chicago, and we're gonna do it all for under $100 total. Actually, I have no idea how realistic that is because I'm not sure if the thrift stores around here jack up the prices, so we will see when we get there. As you probably can imagine, I do have a lot of decor already at home, but not nearly as much as you probably think I do, because every time I move, I end up donating a lot of it. And I bet some of you are thinking, Tina, why don't you just keep it all? And to that, my response is that I am in such a fortunate position to buy home decor as part of my job. And if I can help someone out in need of home decor and give them things for free, why wouldn't I want to do that? When we moved, I was able to give out so many items, little furniture pieces, decor pieces. I met students who needed stuff, people who were moving out into their first apartments. Like, it was really cool to hear everyone's stories and how they were going to use these items. So it made me happy knowing that all my stuff went into a good home. It gave me an opportunity to give back in such a small way. And in turn, I have a lot of empty spaces to fill. I have rooms I'm working on right now, like our balcony, our bathroom, the office, the kitchen. It is a beautiful spring day today, so let's head out, go to the thrift store, and see what we can find. We have made it to the first thrift store. I miraculously found street parking that I didn't have to parallel park for, which is honestly such a blessing because it's always a struggle. So I have a whole list of things I'm looking for. I'm looking for trinkets, table lamps, frames, decorative items. I also want to find a vintage camera to use as display. I feel like that might be impossible. It has been years since I found one that I actually really like, but maybe today will be the day. And now I gotta pay for parking. Oh my God, are you okay? Oh my God, I almost thought I lost you guys. The camera's fine. Okay, let's go inside. Guys, we did so good. We only spent $22. I feel like I found some really good gems, and surprisingly, everything was really well priced. They had a big selection of like art supplies and office supplies, and this is literally exactly what I was looking for. I was gonna go out and buy some gingham scrapbook paper, and this big stack was only like $2. $2 for 50 sheets of all of this gingham. This is a junk journaler's dream. I'll show you guys the rest of the haul later, but right now we're gonna head to the second thrift store, which is actually in a soft opening phase, so they haven't really done a grand opening yet. I literally just saw it last night on TikTok, so hopefully it is not busy. This location was pretty busy, but I was able to find some really nice items, so this was totally a win for me. I still really want to find some frames. I did not see any vintage cameras there at all, so our search continues. Let's do a little thrift haul, shall we? So in total, I spent $29 on all these items, which includes rounding up for charities. So I spent less than $30 on all of this stuff, which is kind of crazy. For some reason, since we're in the city, I just thought everything was gonna be way overpriced, but I found some pretty good deals. The only thing I didn't find were large books and also vintage cameras, which I think nowadays everyone just like resells it on their own because they know the value of a good vintage camera nowadays. Back in the day, you could find a camera at any thrift store. I found vintage Polaroid cameras for like $5, which are now on sale for $100, which I'm holding on to those until the day that I die. But anyways, onto the haul. The first item that I saw were these little coasters. They almost look like burl wood. It's some type of leather on the inside, and then the outside is like a rattan. You can honestly set these anywhere and they would make a beautiful accent. And I got these, for $2 each. Okay, so these were just too cute to pass up. They were $3 each. They're kind of like little mini wooden cutting boards. I feel like this side is where you would probably cut or add cheese, and then the back side is just for the bottom. But I'm thinking that this would be a good opportunity to put something in here, kind of like a frame. I have a DIY in mind for these, so we're gonna try that out today. Okay, look at this plant pot. How freaking cute is this? I love the scallop detailing on top, and the little feet on the bottom are so precious. I don't mind this light blue, but it's kind of giving Easter bunny type vibes, so I definitely want to change it and make it look a little bit more antique, a little bit more rustic. So we're gonna DIY it, and this was only $3. I already showed you guys these plates, but they were only $1 each, and they are definitely going into my kitchen. I'm gonna hang them up and make a little gallery wall, I think, with the other stuff that we found. I told you guys I wanted to find some frames, so I found some at the second thrift store. This one is actually pretty cute with the art in it, but I probably will replace it. I love the blue with the wood though, so this is gonna stay as is. And for this frame, I do have an idea for it. I feel like it could definitely use a little bit of a makeover, so that is what we're gonna start with. I specifically was looking for frames with a mat in them, so this is gonna be perfect for this project that we're gonna start right now. So let's go ahead and flip it. If you're watching this video, then chances are you love your home, and whether you rent or own an apartment, you know the importance of keeping your home protected. I'm partnering with Nationwide on today's video, and Nationwide is one of the largest insurance and financial services companies in the world, with coverage for renters, valuables protection, auto, roadside assistance, ID theft, and so much more. I remember when I first moved out of my parents' house, it was almost a decade ago now, and I was so excited to move in with Brian and to have my own place just to decorate and really make it our own. I had just graduated college the year prior, and aside from dorming for 1 year, I really had never lived by myself before. This was such a big milestone and also a lot of responsibility. I had no idea where to start, but luckily Nationwide has the resources and the agents to help you plan for your future and protect what matters most. I know a lot of you guys out there, and myself included, have spent a lot of time just building your home and making it feel like your own little sanctuary. So they have personalized options to ensure that the things that you've worked so hard to build for is protected. Find out how easy it is yourself by using the link in my description box to find a Nationwide agent today. Let them help you be proactive and maximize your protection in any stage of life. So I saw this photo on Pinterest. I tracked down the original source. I found the store that was selling them. They carry a bunch of different products, including these handmade frames by a woman named Daisy. She makes all of these beautiful frames, and she presses her own flowers, and some of them even come from her garden, which I think is so special. I wanted to do something similar with this frame. I already have some pressed flowers that I've used in previous projects that have just been sitting there, so I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to use those up. One of these days, I would really love to get my own flower press to press a bunch of flowers. That would be so perfect for spring. All right, so the first step is to paint the mat. I have been loving painted pattern mats. Did someone DIY this? How cute. So we're gonna paint the mat that it comes with, and I wanna do a butter yellow. I feel like butter yellow is having such a moment right now, and I don't have any of it in my house. I'm gonna get some painter's tape and make this look all pretty. I'm making it a goal of mine this year to have more funds with my frames and my mats. I started doing this last year, and it's such an easy way to create a unique way to display your artwork without spending a ton of time or money to do it. Currently, I'm in an era where I just want to enjoy creating and not overcomplicating things. If you've been following along for a while, then you know that I share a lot of different types of DIYs, from fun little crafts to woodworking and home DIYs that are a lot more involved. And honestly, right now, I just want to try things that bring the creativity out of me. The tape definitely did not work. I tried to make it less sticky and it still pulled off some of the paper. So I guess we're gonna have to freehand this. I just realized it's been a while since I touched a saw, and whenever I'm working on woodworking projects, my mind kind of goes everywhere because you have to get the measurements exactly right. And even though I like a good challenge, sometimes those just stressed me out so much. I very much am a right brain person, so doing a project like this is where I really thrive. Like with this, there's no right or wrong way to do it. You could just play around with the placement and arrange it as if you were making a little flower bouquet. And I actually have been seeing a lot of DIY flower presses, so maybe I will combine woodworking and then an art piece like this into one. Let me know if you guys want to see that. This yellow is such a fun pop of color, and even though I love my neutrals, it is really nice sometimes just to have a nice bright pop of color. This is what it's looking like so far. I'm gonna put a piece of paper on the back, and then that's where we're gonna glue the flowers. Nothing fancy, you just have to glue it to the back, and then I'll place all the flowers on the inside and then coming out of this little box. I've had these pressed flowers for a while. Some of them are left over from previous projects, so that's what I'm gonna use for these. And I think I'm just gonna do yellow on yellow for like a tone on tone look. We also need tweezers. Ooh, these little cute tiny ones. I want to make it look like stems coming out, so we're probably gonna have to layer some of these on top of each other. Guys, I cannot wait to have a home garden again, because then I can press my own flowers from home and do projects like this. Does anyone remember when I took some flowers and leaves from our yard and I made artwork with it? I thought that was so fun, being able to add that much of a personal touch. So fun and special. So this is the bathroom that I get ready in every morning, and as you can tell around me, there's nothing going on. So I really wanted to add a piece of artwork right here. So this is where this piece is going to live. I feel like it's just gonna brighten up my mornings and add a little bit of whimsy to this otherwise very blank canvas. Like, look at that. This already looks so much better. Yes, love it. I just gave this a nice coat of primer, and now we are ready to paint it, which you could definitely spray paint if you want. I don't have any spray paint at the moment, and I want to use up what I have, so we're going to turn this into an aged terracotta look. So first I'm going to paint the whole entire thing in a beautiful terracotta color, and we're going to try this idea that I've been seeing floating around on the interwebs, so we're going to see how that goes. This already looks so much better with the new coat of paint on it. And my inspo for this project is actually from these aged terracotta planters, which I love, like the mossy aged look of them. They are quite expensive, so I want to do something similar. I thought that if I use some like chalk pastels, I can get that green look on them. And really, this is all about experimentation. So I'm gonna start by adding some shadows on here. I think I'll use this green. Kind of just get it on there and see what happens as we rub it on. Okay, yeah, this is already looking so much more aged. Do you guys see that? Don't these just look like the cutest little frames? They are ready to be decoupaged on. I hope I'm saying that right. So I got these napkins of these vases and I thought it'd be cool to cut them out and put them on here, kind of like a little display. I'm not sure which vase I'm gonna put where yet. So I'm gonna cut these out and kind of test the placement, and I feel like these actually don't need to be ripped apart, but usually if it's like more than one ply, then you wanna make sure that you separate all the layers. In case you're wondering what I use to hang these up on the tile, I just use some nano grab tape, which is really great. It's like super sticky. I've used it so many times, and now I'm actually gonna use it to make a gallery wall with the rest of the dishes that I got. So like this, and then I can just press it where I want it. Perfect. On the back side of this one, I added a plate hanger, which I will link below if you guys have not seen these. These are really great because then you have a hook and you can hang heavier plates. I also found this at the thrift store a while ago, and I think it would be cute to hang up somewhere over here. So I'm gonna use command hooks to put it on top of the tile. I hope you guys had fun thrifting with me, finding some special pieces and also transforming some of them. I really didn't know what we were going to end up with, so I feel like that was part of the fun. I'm super happy with all the projects. I truly cannot pick a favorite out of all of them. One moment, I think the frame is my favorite because it was so much fun to create, and then another moment I'll be looking in the kitchen and those little cheese boards just make me so happy to look at. And also the pot, I think it came out so good. Let me know in the comments which one was your favorite out of the 3 projects that we did. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below, and you can also follow me over on Instagram where I post every single day. That is it for me today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay inspired, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!